When we began this series, our goal was to present an ongoing and concise survey of important and relevant Bible prophecies related to the end of this present age. When we envisioned the series, we had planned for it to spread over the course of a year, gradually unfolding a fairly complete picture of the events to come. But now, in just the few months since we launched this series, events have overtaken us, faster than we could have dreamed or imagined, and leading us to the conclusion that there is a great acceleration in the fulfillment of Bible prophecy. We now believe that the final events are in play, events that will lead to the conclusion of the age, the rapture of the church, the tribulation, and the coming of the millennial kingdom. It is given to no man or woman to know the day or hour of these events, but the Bible clearly establishes that we can certainly know the season. And we believe that season is at hand. In consideration of this, we now wish to present this episode as a final chapter in our series on end-time signs. Whether these final events unfold in a week, a month, or a year, we truly believe they are near. Therefore, we now would like to present a concise summary of what has occurred, and what we believe will occur in the coming days, weeks, or months. In a space of mere weeks, the entire world has descended into chaos. These are the birth pains of prophecy, and as the Bible teaches, they have come on very suddenly, and with a vengeance. Let us offer a view of these prophetic events, as we believe they have unfolded. 1. The coronavirus has left the economy of the world in chaos, setting up the perfect scenario for the onset of the Antichrist, who will seemingly come onto the world stage as one who brings order and peace and calm to a troubled world. This scenario was totally unknown and unimaginable just a few months ago. Today it is an absolute reality. 2. Strife and division have spread rapidly around the world, fulfilling the teachings of Christ, related to relentless strife among nations, kingdoms, and races. 3. Locusts have spread through large parts of Africa and into Asia, setting the stage for famines and starvation, as foretold in the Bible. 4. In the past several years, we have seen an increase in the number and severity of earthquakes, in diverse places, just as Jesus taught. 5. We are seeing an early and potentially record-setting increase in the prospect of hurricanes and typhoons, which is again, a specific teaching in Bible prophecy. 6. We've seen persecution of the Christian and Jewish faith in many parts world, including the closure of churches around the world, ostensibly to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. In some cases, church people have been arrested, and in a number of nations, the persecution of Christians has gone far beyond that. Again, this is a key sign from Bible prophecy, wherein we are told that we will be hated for his name's sake. 7. All of the conditions described by the Apostle Paul certainly appear to be accelerating, wherein people turn increasingly to evil and darkness, and even many of the elect are deceived, and turn away from the true faith. 8. Technology has continued to mushroom, becoming in a sense, a new idol for humanity, and now can provide the means for tracking, monitoring, and controlling the peoples of the earth. We are told that many of these processes will be done for our own safety, so that we may enjoy peace and security. Wrong. This is about control, and it has never before in the history of the world been possible until our time. 9. We have seen signs in the sun, moon, and stars in the recent past. Consider, for example, the recent occurrence of the tetrarch of blood moons, an incredibly rare occurrence that has at different times in history symbolized monumental events. In these closing years of the age, we believe they point to the fulfillment of Bible prophecy. The timing of the blood moons seems to be highly coincidental with the truly significant events which have followed. 10. There has been continued internal strife and conflict in Israel, just as in many other parts of the world, and the hatred of Israel by many other nations in the world has grown into a near frenzy, with one of Israel's enemies actually calling for a final solution to their perceived problem of Israel's existence. If that does not send chills up your spine, In remembering who previously set such a final solution in motion, then you might read up on the history of Nazi Germany. Again, this is an inevitable part of Bible prophecy. 11. A peace plan, put forth early in 2020, proposed a division of Jerusalem between Israel and the Palestinians. The Bible clearly teaches that any who attempt to divide the holy city of Jerusalem will themselves be divided. Is this happening? Absolutely. 12. Many in the Christian church have fallen victim to a great deception, embracing policies and doctrines that are clearly and emphatically opposed to Bible teachings. The result is the falling away of multitudes of Christians from the true faith, thus leaving, as the Bible makes clear, a remnant that will be removed in the rapture of the believing church. 13. World authorities are openly proposing the creation of a new world order. This envisioned new world order, we believe, can only be related to the onset of the kingdom of the Antichrist. If you are not certain of this, simply do a little research into some of the United Nations programs, utilizing technology as a means to bring that new order to pass. 14. Everywhere we look in this world, we see an abandonment of logic and reason. The pronouncements and claims made by so many around the world are little short of madness, and it is truly difficult to fathom how these people and groups can hold to such folly. When we look at the prophecy Jesus gave, explaining that as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be at the time of the end of the age, we believe that that was also a time of madness. In that time, we are told that the inclinations of man's heart was continually to evil and madness. The parallels with our time are inescapable. 15. The final sign, which we believe will herald the closing of the age, is of course, the rapture of the church of true believers. When that is completed, the Antichrist will rise with power, uttering smooth but lying oracles, and claim the earth for his father, none other than Satan. So, we see in all of these events, the onset of Satan's move on the world, just as God foresaw and foretold, thousands of years ago. But the triumph of that kingdom will be very short-lived, lasting precisely 7 years, and then it will be cast down in utter ruin. The Bible tells us that many Christians who did not depart in the rapture will yet be saved during the tribulation period, but the cost of their salvation will be terrible indeed, and they will form a multitude of martyrs whose blood will cry out to God. It is with all of this in mind, that we present a final warning and opportunity. For true Christians, this is absolutely a time to rejoice. For lukewarm Christians and non-believers, this final brief time is yet available, for embracing the faith and turning away from the deeds of darkness that are overshadowing the world. We suggest that the events of this chaotic year are truly a final warning from the God of all creation. For believing Christians, this is a time of salvation, of hope, and of certainty that the mighty hand of God will descend upon this errant world. It is also virtually certain that the chaos in the world will continue to accelerate in coming months. We are told, when all of these things occur, to look up, knowing that our redemption draws near. We believe that the time to turn our eyes and thoughts to the heavens is right now. We encourage all to seek the truth to be found in Bible prophecy, before it is too late. May God bless all who place their hope and cast their cares upon the Lord, and who will embrace the light, in these dark times.